Good morning, beautiful souls. How are you? So, welcome to this Thursday as we enter Scorpio season officially. And it feels as though we are absolutely on the pathway, on the runway to Samhain, to the 31st of October, which signifies the end of the pagan year, the end of the Celtic wheel of the year, and the next day, the 1st of November, signifying the start of a fresh new year. And it's a time when, of course, the veils are thinnest, the veils between the physical world and the non-physical become often blurred. Our intuition is heightened. We're called to retreat within, to deepen within, to deepen into our shadows, to deepen into what is in our truth and what is in alignment with the very essence of what our soul is. And I talk into this so much, but this week I'm really feeling the call and seeing the signs and the symbols everywhere, pretty much, that are pointing in the direction of once more self-love, self-care, and adopting an introspective quietude wherever we can, so that we are able to deeply feel into flow and rest into flow, rest into surrender. It's a time where the energies are really starting to slow. In the UK, we're getting ready for the turning back of the clocks, which signifies darker mornings for us, a slower start to the day. And my question to you today is how can you carve out time to be able to sit with yourself? There are 24 hours in our linear time, our linear clock. And I want to ask you, how much of that 24 hours can you allow yourself to devote to you? And what does that relationship with yourself look like? How is that relationship with yourself? I wonder how many of us are actually aware, because we are so busy, we are so pulled by so many different distractions, that it's absolutely entirely possible to move through a day, a week, a month, a year even, without actually sitting with our own company, with the company of our soul, with the company of the essence of who we are. And I've been shown very beautifully over the last week or so that this time is so important now, because when we can foster that relationship with ourselves, and that includes sitting with the patterns, the habits, the thoughts, the habitual practices that we're perhaps not conscious of, the shadow parts of ourselves, when we can sit with those and fully bring them into our light, into our vision, we are able to then bring them, welcome them into our wholeness, and then act from a place of full knowing into what we want to bring into this fresh new year that starts on the 1st of November. It feels so important as well, because we've got these astrological movements that are really calling for us to continue to shed. I'm choosing it to call it a period of refinement, of soul refinement, whereby we really get to choose at a soul level those things which are no longer resonating with who we wish to continue to be, who we are now. Who we are now has probably changed so much since this time last year, since the last Scorpio season. I wonder how much, if you can afford yourself the time to look back, how much you've changed. And we get to really select those elements which represent our essential self in this continual soul refinement that we're being called into, that will help us to not only live in the truest essence of who we are, but also to live in joy, to live in a fullest soul expression, to have the most fulfilling relationships with others, with other elements in our lives. And it is only by deepening into this relationship with ourselves that we are allowing those beautiful circumstances, relationships, and other souls to turn up, to appear in our lives. The relationship we have with ourselves is fundamental, because that then is reflected in our outer reality. We know this, we know that as within, so without. So I would love to call you this week, my love, to sit with all of those parts of you that perhaps you're not particularly familiar with or proud of. Call them in and embrace them. And then cultivate some sort of practice, whatever that is, whatever serves you, where you can be quiet and you can be at peace, seeing all of these elements of your soul, of your personality self and your soul self, your divine self and the human expression of this beautiful divinity within us. And take that forward. So this might be just time sitting, meditating, it might be dancing, it might be working with some sort of beautiful creative craft. So painting, singing, working in nature, walking in nature. I've actually been working with the roses this week. It's been so warm here. I've been able to work with them, pruning them and getting them ready for their winter repose. That's been a balm for me. Spending time with my animals, my beautiful daughter. Whatever it is that gives you that chance to be yourself, and also time to be quiet. I wonder how much of the 24 hours that you have in each and every day can you devote to yourself. And then the more we can self-replenish, and I'm talking to myself here as well because I'm so guilty of rushing around and being distracted. When we can really nourish ourselves, we then get to be able to show up so much more fully for all of those we love and all of those who we are trying to serve and wanting to serve. Okay, my love. Sending you so much love, wishing you a beautiful week, and I will see you again really soon before Samhain. Mwah! Much love. Bye bye.